Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. So today I'm going to be showing you guys this insane pillager farm and raid farm. So what you can actually do with this is just go completely AFK, so you can leave this on overnight, or you can just leave it on while you go have dinner and stuff like that. And what it will actually do while you're away is it will trigger a bunch of raids. And when each one of these raids goes, you will get all the items from that raid, and you'll also get all the XP from it. So the way that this works is that pillager captains will actually come out of this pillager outpost. They'll go up this pipe just in here, and they'll go into this kill chamber here where we have got a bunch of tridents down. And seeing as we chuck those tridents, when a pillager dies by those tridents, it will give the player a bad omen effect. And what that will actually do is trigger a raid because we have got a villager up here. And seeing as the villager there, it does count it as a village and it will trigger a raid. And what will actually happen is the raid will spawn up here and they'll all go down to that hole and they'll go down to this killing chamber just down here. And what will actually happen with all the items, you'll be able to see the hoppers just underneath there. And we have got a lot of storage here because you actually do need a lot of storage for this. The amount of items that you get off this is insane. So on average, for about an hour, you'll get 1,000 emeralds. And in this chest, you can see all the items that you'll get as well. So you do get a lot of armor and some enchanted items. So with enchanted items, you can go ahead and use a grindstone and get a bit of extra XP off it. With the armor, you can go ahead and smelt them down into some iron. And you also do get some pretty cool enchanted books as well as some bunch of other things, as you guys can see in this chest right here. Now, I left this for just under an hour, it's probably about an hour now actually, and this is all the items that I got. So that bottom chest is full, all these hoppers are full, and let's just keep going up and we'll have a look through these chests. As you can see, there is a lot of items that I have collected. So that's what I'll be showing you guys today. It's a very simple build, it doesn't require too much resources to do, and yeah, let's jump right into it. Okay, so once you guys have found yourself a nice little outpost that hasn't been damaged too much, you're going to want to go ahead and clear out all the pillagers so that they're just out of the way just for the moment. And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to place down a bunch of glass panes. And now the reason for us doing this is because we need to find out exactly where the pillagers spawn. Because what they actually do is they spawn on like a middle of a corner block, so middle of 4 blocks, and we can actually find out exactly where they spawn if we do this. So what we're going to do is one off the ground, we're going to go ahead and place down a bunch of glass panes. So we're going to cover this whole area in glass panes, and then we'll be able to see where exactly they are spawning. Now this will be different for pretty much everyone here, so you're going to have to build accordingly, but for the next part it's fairly straightforward, so it doesn't matter too much on how different yours is. But it will be up on this top floor somewhere, so just place down some glass panes like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to back away a little bit, about 20 blocks, and just going to wait a few moments for one to spawn up there. Okay, so one has actually spawned up here for me now, and this may be a different location for you, so don't worry too much if it is in a different location, or if you have multiple, because you can kind of join them together. But what we're going to do now is we're going to need a map, not just a regular map, we're going to need a locator map. Okay, the reason we need a locator map is because you can see that I'm spinning around on the map there, because we need to know exactly which way that we are facing. So what we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves face the top of the map. So you'll be able to see that the icon on the map is facing the top. That means that that way is north. Okay, and it's very important that we place it that way. Okay, so once you are facing north, you're going to go to your pillager and you're going to look at this corner block just here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and break that block. And we're going to break the one down there. And we're going to place a block there. Now that is going to be his exact spawning location. So what we're going to do is go ahead and kill him. And then we're going to go ahead and remove all these glass panes. Okay, so after you've removed all the glass panes like that, next up you're going to want to make sure that you're still facing north. And what we're going to do is just on this side here, and this side here, we're going to place a solid block. Now, I would recommend just using birchwood planks. We're just going to place those there, and then you're going to need glass. It is very important that you use glass for this next bit. So we're going to go ahead and place a glass block there, and a glass block there. Okay, and then just on this corner block here, we're going to go ahead and break that one. Okay, and if you have a staircase going down like this, you're going to want to remove it. And just fill it in. Okay, what we're going to do next is start working on how we're going to get the pillagers from here up to the top. Okay, so I have messed with a couple of different designs, but I personally think that this one is the best, but you guys can experiment with your own designs if you wish. But what we're going to do is we're going to look down south, so that way is still south, okay? We're going to drop down here, and right next to the block, just there, put one there. Okay, so diagonal from that, and while looking south. And then we're going to place down a sticky piston just underneath that. And then we're going to place a slime block on the front of it. And then you're going to need a block that can't be moved by a slime block. So I would recommend either glazed terracotta or some obsidian. You're going to place that on that side, the bottom, that side, and the top. And then you're going to place one there and one there. And then you're going to go ahead and place down a random block there. And then we're going to go ahead and place down some some ice just on the bottom there and there. Then on top of that first ice, we're going to place down a pressure plate. Now we're going to hook around the back here, and we're going to place down some redstone just going out one, out two, and place a random block there, wrap that around the corner like that to the piston. Then going to place down more redstone dust just on the top, like that. Okay, and if we go ahead and step on that pressure plate, you'll be able to see that just gives us an instant push. Once you have that, you're ready to move on to the next part, so we're going to go ahead and place down some more birchwood planks, just there, and there. Okay, so just a very quick recap on what we have done so far. So just in here we have our piston pushing a slime block, which is activated by a pressure plate. That should go into these signs just here. You should have 3 signs high, and then we should have a sand block just at the end here with soul sand underneath it. Okay, and then all sides of this we need to raise up into a tunnel like this, starting just above that sign there. You're going to want to take that tunnel all the way up until you reach roof height like this. Once you reach roof height, you can continue going in the same block if you want, but I'm going to switch to something a little bit more transparent, glass. Okay, it's completely optional, you do not have to use glass for this bit if you don't want to. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and raise this one, this one, this one, and this one. It needs to go up to 29 blocks high, going off this top part of the roof just here. So that one is 1, 2, and you're going to want to raise that up to 29. Okay, once you guys have raised this up to 29 blocks tall with a hollow center like this, we're going to go ahead and break down this one, and this one. So make sure that you're facing into the building, whichever side that you're on. Just make sure you break those facing towards the inside. Okay, and then from that bottom block there, we're going to go ahead and go across another 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to take across these sides as well, just 2 up. Same with this side. And this side. And then we're also going to take across the roof like that. Okay, and then just down below here, we're going to place a block there and a block there. And then we're going to go down another 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, same with this side. Bring that one down to that distance. And this one down. Okay, and then from the side of this one, we're going to go ahead and go across 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Until you get back to there. And then you're going to go ahead and raise that up another one. And then just fill in the inside of that bottom one. Okay, and this one's going to go up to the same height as what this is. Okay, just up to here. And another one tall. Okay. Okay, and then finally, we're just going to go ahead and lay these across just to get everything nice and even just for the moment. Okay, and then a quick recap. So we have got this going all the way down. This goes up to 29 blocks high from up to there. We have got this tunnel going across, and this is where our kill chamber is going to be in here, which we shall work on shortly. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is just on the inside of this, we're going to jump down to this tunnel here, and we're going to drop down water going from this block right here. Okay, that should go all the way down to the end here, and also drop down that pipe. We're going to place a sign just on the end here, just to stop that water from going inside our kill chamber. And then what we're going to do is go down this water down here, and we're going to start there placing down some kelp going all the way up to the top. Now this is to help with our bubble elevator to extend it all the way up to the top. Okay, once you have got that all the way up, we're going to go back down, and we're going to remove the kelp. And then we're going to remove this sand block. Okay, and then this should be able to lift you all the way up to the top. And from there, it should go ahead and push you down into this kill chamber down here. If you guys have that, then that is all ready to go. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is build a little platform for us to sit on. So you are going to need leaves for this. If you use anything that they can kind of spawn on, then it will mess with a lot of things. So just even with the bottom of our glass here, we're going to take that out 3 across all the way there, and 3 out this way too. Okay, next up we're going to start working on the kill chamber. So just in here, opposite where our pillagers will be coming in, is over this side on the very bottom. We're going to break off that block and place down a piston and a piston on that side. Make sure that they are both sticky pistons. And then we're going to jump out the top here, over the other side. We're going to place down a solid block there and there. And then we're going to go ahead and place a block there, one up, one across, and one across. Break out that middle block. And then we're going to go ahead and dig out the bottom leaf block there. Place down a block, place down some redstone dust there, a redstone torch there, and a repeater there. And I'd recommend just delaying that 1, and then 2 redstone dust there. Okay, and if you guys want to be able to turn this off, then you'll just go ahead and grab a lever. I'm going to place the lever just on front here. I'm going to switch that off, and that will freeze it like that. Okay, and the next thing that you guys are going to want to do is drop down inside. You're going to place down a slab there and there. Okay, and this is where the tridents come into play. So you can do this with a minimum of 2, but I would recommend putting in about probably 4 tridents, so 2 on each side, as it will speed things along a lot. But what you're going to want to do is just chuck one or two on each side, and then we're going to go ahead and turn the redstone back on. And what this will actually do is the tridents will turn around and go flat like that. Once they do that, then it is ready to go. Okay, and what we're going to want to do next is make sure that we cover over our redstone, because this obviously includes a lot of solid blocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put leaves in wherever we can above this redstone. Okay, so just try and block in most of it so that there is no full block above any of these. Okay, next we're going to start working on the top part. So this is where our raids will actually be happening. So what we're going to do is go up to the top part of our kill chamber here. I'm going to place down 2 blocks there, 2 blocks there, 2 blocks there, and two blocks there. So what we need to do with these ones is raise them up to 12. Okay, so including that block that we just placed, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then you need to do that for all these other blocks. Okay, next up you guys are going to need a solid block, so I'm just going to be using wood just again. So just above all these blocks, we're going to go ahead and make a square just around it, keeping that center part open. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and extend out another 7 blocks. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and we're going to do that on all sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then what you want to do is go ahead and meet up all these corners. So you're going to want to meet up all these corners, and then you're going to go ahead and fill all this in. Okay, so all this part here you'd be filled in, and then you just go ahead and join all the rest of the corners as well. Okay, so once you've got a solid platform like that, next thing to do is to surround it. So what we're going to do is extend that out one more just there, place a block on top, and remove that block just down below. Okay, and then you need to run this all the way around the outside of the whole thing. Once you've got that laid all the way around like that, next up you're going to go over the top of that and lay leaves going all the way across. Okay, next up we're going to start by placing down the water. So you're going to need at least 4 blocks and a lot of water. So you can make an unlimited water source up here and use it off that, but we're going to place down a block in this corner, a block in this corner, and in the other 2 corners as well. And do place the water as I do in this video, guys, because if you place it in the wrong place, it can actually flood the whole area, and then you'll have to get a bunch of sponges to clean it up. So make sure you place a water in on top of each block that we just placed. And then we're going to go ahead and count across to a 2 gap. So this block here would be 1, 2, and you're going to place it on the 3rd like that. You're going to take this all the way along until, again, you are 2 off the end block. So that is a 2 gap there. You're going to do that for the rest of the sides. So 1. And 2 off the end like that. And final side. Okay, and what should actually happen is you should have water going like that, and none of it should be overflowing into this area like that. Okay, next up we're going to start working on where the villager is going to be staying. So just above our redstone on this side, we're going to go up to the top and we're going to count down to the 5th block. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On the 5th block you want to place down some solid blocks like that. And that'll be 1, 2, 3, and 4 out. Repeat the same on the sides. Okay, next up we're going to go ahead and place down some more leaves up to the top like this, just surrounding the whole area. Okay, and even that out like that. And then we're going to go ahead and place down a bed just there. And then we're going to place down more leaves just up the sides. And now comes the hard part, guys. So you guys are going to have to transport a villager up here. So a couple of ways of doing it is 1, you can use a minecart and a mine track to build a path going up here. 2, you can actually build a bubble elevator like this one and lift the villager up to the height that you need. Either way, you need to get a villager up to this platform. Okay, it needs to be nighttime as well. Once it's nighttime, he'll actually go ahead and try and go to sleep. Once he's asleep like that, we're going to go ahead and bury him in there. We've put leaves on top of him like that, and then we're going to coat the front as well. Okay, just like that. Alright, once you have him secured in like that, we're going to remove this bottom platform. Okay, and there you go, the village is in. Okay, next up we're going to make sure the raids don't spawn anywhere else. So for this we're just going to need some more leaves. And what we're going to do is cover this side of the glass. Take it all the way up to the end here. Okay, and same with these corner blocks here. We just want to go ahead and place some leaves on top of them. And then just along the front here, we're going to go ahead and go down to this one. We're going to place some leaves going across here. We're going to take this out 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and this will be the platform that we sit on and go AFK on. And one thing that we do need to do is place 2 more leaves just above like that, as this will protect you from the phantoms. Okay, next up we're going to work on how you guys are going to get up and down. So just next to the leaves here, we're going to place down a solid block just there. And what we're going to do is just take this one all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so it may take you down to a different spot on the bottom than where I am. I think as I stand, I may be on the roof. Yeah. Okay, and then you're going to want to go ahead and place ladders just up the side like this. All the way to the top. And then you're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2 leaves. Wait, sorry, we're going to raise this up by another 2. I'm going to place down some more ladders like that. And then we're going to place down 2 leaves just out the front like that. Okay, and now this system is just about ready, guys. So there's only one more thing that we need to do, and that is close this area off in here. So I'll actually place some lights so that they wouldn't spawn. So you just want to duck down here quickly and check that there is nothing in here that has any lights, okay? So if there's no light in here, then you are fine. We're going to drop back up to the top here, and what we're going to do is in between all of these posts, we're going to place down a solid block. Make sure it is a solid block. It can't be glass because we can't have any lights going in there. And if you have any torches placed on the inside, make sure that you remove them. But we're going to go ahead and lay these on all 4 sides. To have it nice and dark in here, everything is closed off. You're going to want to make sure that you close up your exit hole. And we're going to head on up here and we're going to start working on the storage system. So what we're going to do is just below here in our kill chamber, we're going to break off those 4 blocks. And we're going to build a temporary platform. So just build down 3 blocks and across. Then we're going to go ahead and place down a hopper just under this block. Look at it, placing it aside, and then you have to place these ones while looking at the other hoppers. Okay, so just place them down like that while crouching. Okay, and then we're going to break off our temporary blocks just here. Whoops, it wasn't creative. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and place down off of our one that's going off to the edge here, a chest. Okay, and then we need to work out directly at the bottom of this chest. We need to find the block down below. And then we're going to go ahead and place down 2 chests. Okay, and then we're going to place down a hopper and then another double chest. Okay, and we're just going to keep repeating this process until we reach our storage system at the top. Now the reason we are doing this storage system so big is because it does give you a lot of resources to kind of do this. So just keep going up like this until you reach your block. Now that we're just up below our chest here, we're just going to do 2 hoppers just like that. And then that should merge in like that. And just for your tower, this is what it should look like. I just destroyed a block. There we go. This is what it should look like. So chest, hopper, chest, hopper, chest, hopper, all the way until you reach the bottom like that. Okay, and there's only one other thing left to do, guys. So you just want to head back up and turn on your machine. So hit that lever. Oh, we have got a captain in there. So they will eventually come up. It can be a bit slow at first, but as you can see, we've got another one coming up just now. But once we've got that activated, once you're up on this upper AFK level up here, it'll start the raid. That's because we're actually closer to the villagers. So when you go AFK, guys, just make sure you stand underneath this block, and I would recommend looking straight ahead out that way rather than looking down like this. I usually find that the pillagers down underneath spawn more rapidly if you're looking out this way. Now that could be just me, I cannot confirm that, but hey, it's just a suggestion, guys. But yeah, once you got that set up, guys, you're all good to go. And one other thing I would highly recommend, I don't know if I mentioned this at the start of the video, but if you hold a looting free sword in your hand while you're AFK, you'll actually end up getting more items out of it, compared to just having, I don't know, a random block in your hand when you're AFK. Because it actually thinks that you're killing these enemies with a looting sword when actually they're being killed by your tridents. So it will actually give you a lot more items if you hold that sword in your hands. But hey, that just about does it for this video, guys. If this video helped you, then don't forget to drop a like on the video. You're really helping out me by doing so. And if you guys want to see more tutorials like this one, then don't forget to subscribe. That would be very, very much appreciated. And yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope it helped. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.